Hi, thank you so much for including me in this. I just feel so humbled to be amongst all of you beautiful women today. And I just want to say that it's amazing what God puts together, because I'm going to pick up exactly where Trinace left off with loving ourselves. I want to talk to you all about excessive baggage and how to let it go. Now, you all know that when we get to the airport, we have those suitcases that we're worried about that might weigh more than that 50 pounds. And we know that if it's more than the 50 pounds, we're gonna have to do one or two things. We're either gonna have to pay that fee, or we're gonna have to move some of that excess stuff out of that bag and put it into another bag. Well, for my 15 minutes, I wanna talk to you about moving some of the excess baggage out of your way so you can become the best you that you can be. Now, when we go to the airport and that happens, we know that if our bags are too heavy and we don't have another bag to put things in, we're gonna have to pay a fine. Well, what is the fine that we as women have to pay when we are carrying around excess baggage and heavy weights that we don't know how to let go? I'm glad you asked me that question. So what are some of the heavy weights that we as women in particular carry around? And I know there may be some men watching this, and that's all good, but I want to talk to my divine sisters right now. So some of the weights that we carry around are hurt from our younger years as youth and during our high school time, disappointments of days gone by, painful memories of some things that may have happened when we were growing up in our families, jealousy, envy, deceit. Some of us have internal hemorrhaging from toxic relationships. All of these things become excess weight that we carry around as we move through our daily lives. We bury these things, and before we know it, it's become part of our own personal fat cells. These aren't weights or baggage that we can go and get a magic pill to dissolve. These are things that we as individuals have to face head on. They become weights that sometimes weigh us down to the point where we can't move without it becoming a struggle. In Psalms 139:14, it states that we were fearfully and wonderfully made. And we all know that God took a rib from Adam, blew divine breath into that rib to create woman. So we know that we are divine. We know that we are wonderfully and fearfully made. So those are three things that we must keep in our mindset at all times. Why is it that we can't eliminate these weights or this baggage? One reason may be insecurity and just not knowing how to let go of things. And another reason may be that we don't love ourselves the way we should. Loving ourselves is a priority. Now, I know that each of you have one of these somewhere in your house, a mirror. You might have a mirror on your wall, a mirror in your restroom, a mirror in your car. I know a lot of us, when we get in the car, we look in that rearview mirror to see if we have our lipstick on right. But every one of us should have one of these. This is a mirror. And this mirror is so much more important than just showing us a reflection of what we look like at that moment. This mirror can actually be used to look into the deep recesses of our soul. Oh, right. Yes, it really can. So if you hold this mirror up to your face, I'm going to turn it around so I can show you. You hold this mirror up to your face and you look into your eyes in the mirror. So when you do this exercise, we're both giving them homework, Trinace. When you do this exercise, when you hold this mirror up and you look into the mirror, I want you to look into your own eyes in this mirror. But I don't want you to stop there. I want you to look into the deep recesses of your soul. That's right. I want you to go past your eyes, down that vision tunnel, go all the way down that esophagus, and I want you to get into the deep recesses of your soul. I want you to look there and see what excess weight and what excess baggage you are carrying that can be cleaned. Now, we all know what a colonoscopy is. Well, what we're going to do is our own spiritual and emotional colonoscopy. And we're going to cleanse ourselves of this excess weight. Let these fat cells just evaporate and burn and go away. So what are we going to do first? First, we're gonna look for bitterness. We're gonna look for something that's easy to find. I know that we've all come across something that's caused us to be bitter. I didn't get that job. Why did she get that job? What's she doing with my outfit on? You know that's my outfit. Bitterness. So we're gonna let go of this bitterness. We're gonna let it float into the sea of unimportance, not forgetfulness, but unimportance. And then we're gonna look for envy. We need to learn how to let go of what is not ours. Stop wanting something that isn't on your plate. What you have on your plate is enough. And why is it enough? Because it's yours. It belongs to you. And what belongs to you, nobody can come and take that. Nobody can claim it, because guess what? It's got your name on it. And if your name is on it, it's yours. So let's not be envious or jealous of what someone else has that we think should be ours, because what is ours should be our enough. Then we're gonna sweep on past all that, and we're gonna look at the pain and the toxic relationships that we've had to deal with over the years. How are we gonna get rid of that excess baggage? We're gonna speak life. We're gonna speak love. We're gonna do some of the things Trinace already told us to do. Speak life, speak love over whatever that toxic thing is that you're holding on to. Once you realize that nobody can really tell you how good you are or how much you're worth, because you are divinely created, so you're invaluable. We call ourselves queens. If you're a queen, you know that a queen is at the highest point of that pinnacle. Queens are not peasants. Queens are at the highest point of the pinnacle. So we must carry ourselves and believe that we are the things we say we are. Speak life, speak love, speak positivity, speak affirmations over yourself every day. When I look in this mirror, the first thing I say after I say thank you to God for waking me up, even if I don't look good, I still look good. And I tell myself, I am beautiful. I am divinely created. And there's only one Andrea, so hey, take that to the bank. We have to look in this mirror and love and embrace who we are, because there is only one you, and nobody can do you better than you can do yourself. Then we need to drop the weight of pettiness and stay focused on what really matters. Don't get caught up in all that petty stuff. Don't worry about it. If you didn't get to it today, that meant it wasn't a priority. If you didn't get to it when you thought you should get to it, maybe that meant that it doesn't carry the necessary importance in your being that you think it does. We need to learn how to prioritize and let pettiness go away. Then we need to always, always remember that self-talk, who hears self-talk? You hear your own self-talk. You're sitting on the side of the bed and you think nobody's listening, but you're listening to yourself. You're telling yourself, I don't want to get up today. I don't want to do this. You are defeating yourself before your feet even hit the floor. Self-talk is so important. Positive self-talk. When you don't feel like it, you have to push through anyway. As children, and I'm probably the oldest one on here, Rhonda, I don't know, but I think I am. As children, I read to my girls, I think I can, the train that went up the hill, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. We have to speak positive affirmations to ourselves. So before my feet hit the floor, even though the left knee is creaking and the right knee is going the other way, I say to myself, today is going to be a good day because I'm here in it. We have to speak positive affirmations. Positive self-talk is very important. Instead of saying I can't, say I know I can. Instead of saying that's something new and I don't want to try it, say it's nothing new, it's just something different and it's time for me to go a different way. We get so comfortable going down Main Street all the time. Sometimes instead of going down Main Street, we need to go down Broad Street. Try something different. Instead of saying that I'm not good enough, what you have to say is that I'm divinely created. And as I stated earlier, there is only one me, and I know I am the best me there is out there. Nobody can do you better than you can do you. Show me if they can. I know they can't, because there is only one you. If you have to pay a fine for your excess baggage in life, what's that fine gonna be? Depression, isolation. We've all experienced that through 2020, not by our own doing, but by Corona doing it for us. And that's not something that I think any of us want to go through again. So think about what the cost is to carry all this excess weight. Think about what the cost is to carry all this excess baggage. And as you think about it, learn ways to let it go. Some people journal, write down your stuff, put it on paper. And after you write it down, some people throw it away, some burn it up. Write it down, get it out of your system. Some people go to therapy. Therapy, there's nothing wrong with therapy. Therapy's good. Therapy it. Pray over it, but find a way to let it go. And once you let it go, don't go back. Find something new to do. For I know the plans that I have made for you, and the plans are for you to prosper and not to harm you. I wish I could say that was my quote, but that's from Jeremiah. And so as I close, what I want to say to each of you that are listening and under the sound of my voice, emotional and spiritual empowerment is very important. But before you can uplift anyone else, you gotta love you, and nobody can do you better than you can do yourself. Get rid of that excess baggage. Let it go. Thank you.